What's going on, Diggletdreamers? Mathers here with another episode of Moveset Monday. I'm still getting over being a little sick, so I apologize. My voice is probably going to sound a little weird, and I'm also not going to be able to talk as much as I should be able to. The main problem was that I had kind of a killer headache. My throat is still a little sore, and I was just feeling overall just kind of weak. So I wasn't really up for recording, which is why I did miss Classic Friday, and I haven't really had that much going on the channel lately. But thankfully, I'm feeling better now, so I should be able to get some stuff out to you, like this episode of Moveset Monday. And as you can see on your screen already, I've decided to focus this episode on something that is actually new to the RU meta, which is Trevenant. It did recently drop down from UU to RU, which means it was not used enough in UU to be considered UU. Which is, if you guys don't know, that's what the tiers are based on already, which is usage. So it wasn't used enough in UU to be considered UU. So now it's down to RU. And I feel weird saying UU all the time. But anyway, I figured I'd give a little tip to my RU friends and give you a couple different ways to run Trevenant now that it's down in RU. So I'm going to go with the first one, which is kind of a stally kind of Trevenant set, but one I had a lot of success with, kind of an early X and Y, when it was still UU, still fresh, and no one had really figured out how to deal with it yet. You definitely want, for this set, you need to run a citrus berry, which is the berry that heals you whenever you get to a low amount of health, and of course the ability that makes Trevenant really cool is Harvest, which is a really great ability that has a 50% chance to restore your berry at the end of each turn. So that's really great. If you have a citrus berry, you have the chance to keep healing yourself. So what you do with this set is you run Substitute, Leech Seed, you could run even Horn Leech, and a Will-O-Wisp. Because this way, definitely specially defensive. You could even go physically defensive. I think these days, specially defensive is such a common thought when facing a Trevenant that physically defensive actually works better. But you can really go either way, depending on, you can really just kind of gauge it based on what your team needs. But the idea with this set is really just like, you can set up a substitute, people on maybe a switch or something, set up Leech Seed, Will-O-Wisp, and you can just slowly start whittling these things down, and then they'll say like, okay, you're starting to lose your HP by going for substitute, but eventually you're going to hit that citrus berry, and you're just going to keep gaining health whenever you get low enough, and it's really awesome that like it just won't let you get to a low amount of health. So that's how citrus berry set works. Alright, let's move on to a different one. Let me just add Trevenant to this, rather than replace all the other stuff there. The other cool set you can do with this thing is a Lumberry, Harvest, definitely. Will-O-Wisp, Leech Seed. This and Gourgeist are the only two Pokemon that are able to get the combination of Will-O-Wisp, Leech Seed, which is a really cool thing. Other than obviously like Phantump and what's the other one, Pumpkaboo, which are their pre-evolutions, but you're not going to be using those unless you're in Little Cup. So anyway, Will-O-Wisp, Leech Seed, cool combination that no other Pokemon gets. Let's see, what else do you want? Horn Leech. I like Horn Leech as Trevenant's offensive move because it also gains HP when it's attacking. You can choose to do something like Wood Hammer if you so choose. I've seen Quinending actually run that a lot. The only problem with that one is it does have a lot of recoil damage. Other moves you get like Shadow Claw if maybe you don't want a grass type move, but I've always thought of a grass type move being one of the most important type of moves to have on your team, because if you run into those classic ground water types and you don't have grass type move, then you're in a lot of trouble. It also got some Giga Drain. It got that with the ORAS move tutors, but it does have a much higher attack stat than it has a special attack stat. Seed Bomb is definitely an option. slightly more power than Horn Leech, but no additional effect, so take that with a grain of salt. Anyway, I'm just gonna go Horn Leech because I just like that move. Also reminds me of Go-Goat, which is one of my favorite X and Y Pokemon. And then the final move, obviously, Rest, so you can take advantage of that Lumberry. Again, you can do specially defensive, you can do physically defensive, definitely whichever one you want to go for. And the cool thing about this set is that while you're whittling your opponent down with Leech Seeding and Will-O-Wisping, and you're also healing yourself with Leech Seed and Horn Leech, you can rest off any damage as soon as you get to a low point. You can also absorb any kind of status effect. If someone tries to burn you or toxic you or put you to sleep, then the Lumberry is just going to save you from that. Even a paralyzation too, I forgot to mention that one. But the Lumberry, not only does it heal you from a rest, it also lets you absorb any kind of status ailment, which is a really great thing for your team to have, and something that when I was playing with Trevenant and UU, I would honestly just throw this thing on the team sometimes when I just realized that my team was really weak to Will-O-Wisp or something. So I could just like have Trevenant come out and take one of those status ailments with no problem at all. And I think that's one of the coolest things about this set. Now let me show you one more moveset, which is, I think, one of the coolest ones that has become a lot more viable now that Trevenant's down in RU. Because it didn't quite, up in UU it didn't quite have the offensive presence that it really needed, but down here in RU it's the meta's a little slower and a little less powerful and stuff like that, so I think this set is a lot more viable now, that it can show off its a little more power now. So I'm going to go Lumberry here, Harvest. We can go Wood Hammer. Let's just go like straight up offensive. Shadow Claw. I don't even know what other moves it gets. It does get Drain Punch. That's really cool. I actually kind of want to do that. Although Earthquake is also really cool. Poison Jab, Power Up Punch is really cool. Yeah, this thing actually has so many cool potential moves you could run offensively. Hone Claw is also a great setup move. I kind of want to go Drain Punch, but obviously you can see there's lots of other options for this, and then Rest is the final slot. So Bulky Physical Sweeper, exactly what you want to do there. Trevenant doesn't have, honestly, not many of its stats stand out, but 85 base HP isn't terrible, and it's great to invest in that. It lets you take hits, and especially if you're able to rest off and just wake up with a Lumberry whenever you need to, that's really great for your health. And then 110 attack is definitely its best stat, so if you fully invest in that, hitting 350 attack isn't really too bad down in RU. So if you're able to hit things with Wood Hammer, Shadow Claw, and a Drain Punch, it's honestly not too bad. So finally, offensive Trevenant is actually not too bad a set down here in RU. So you could even switch it up completely and try like a choice banded Frisk set or Natural Cure if you want to keep that that status absorber status. So yeah, I guess that's what I have to say for Trevenant. It's definitely a cool Pokemon. You guys should check it out and try it out. Let me know if you have any cool sets that you have tried or want to try, and I will definitely check them out myself and see how they work. I'm definitely going to give this thing its quick name, which is the name that NBZ has given it in his videos. Well, not that he's uploaded Pokemon in like a year, but NBZ was one of my favorite Pokemon tubers for a long time, and he always named his Trevenant Shebeard, so I really love that name. I also remember to make it female, so Shebeard is just really, I just love it because it's Lord of the Rings reference, and NBZ is really funny. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like if you did. Leave a comment down below suggesting your own Trevenant set. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because we're going to be making all kinds of videos here at Diggletdreams. And other than that, guys, keep dreaming. I'll see you next time. Peace out.